We moving on this. All right, so let's keep going. I want to bring up somebody that, man, it's another solar pro. I mean, it's awesome when you hear from these guys because they got such a wealth of information. I mean, I hope y'all are writing this stuff down. I can't say it enough. You know, this gentleman right here came out on fire, closing deal after deal after deal. And Larry, I'm gonna tell you, man, this guy's a truth. You know, if you need a good soul pro, they're all incredible. We're blessed with incredible soul pros. This guy is just, he gets it done. You know, so I want to bring him up right now, and that is none other than my main man, Mr. Stephen Sharman. Stephen, you on the line?
We are here, locked and loaded, Vince.
There he is. What's up, big dog? You stole my hat again, huh? I see you stole my hat again, man. Stop trying to be like me, man. I see you, man. Hey, listen, Stephen, listen, I appreciate everything you're doing for the company. We all do, man. All the success, all the closings that you're having. It seems like every day you have a close, every single day, man. We want to get that information and that knowledge from you right now and pick your brain. So really quick, Stephen, the call is yours, brother. Thanks for jumping on the call.
Thank you so much. Y'all, give it up for Vince. Drop some ones in the chat if you like what Vince just had to say. Back office, the app. How about those memes, right? Future knows that the future is solar. Had me dying. But y'all, seriously, let's seriously dive in on this training today. I mean, all those nuggets from Mr. Nordine, Mr. McCrite coming off a crazy month, right? I mean, Katie Owen following up with us on the back end stuff, and then Vince going through with everything that you have access to own and run your own solar brokerage. Y'all, this is phenomenal information. I've been on the whole training. I've been taking notes right here. Like I'm doing the same thing. So I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of information. If maybe this is the first time that you've hopped on and really gotten into some training, I want to be the one to give you some tangible to-do list kind of points, right? How are we going to help you set goals, right? So we got the information from Mr. McCrite on, you know, how it's going to work with homeowners, the value proposition. Mr. Nordine told us how solar works. Katie Owen went into, you know, how to get CRC'd, how to get deals across the finish line. Why is that virtual site survey so important, right? And then Mr. Vince, he just taught us how to use our back office properly. Well, now what I want to move into with you guys is how you can actually truly make money very, very fast. So I'm actually going to share my screen with y'all. 3, 2, 1. All right. And can everybody see this? If you can see this, drop some ones in the chat for me. All right, I think we're good to go. Cool. All right, so here we go. $10,000 fast start. Y'all, this is, for me, and I know for a lot of you, it's just the first step, right? I know that there's a lot of people in this company, right, that want to make $100,000 a month, $1 million a year, right? A couple $100,000 a month, $50,000 a month, whatever it might be, right? Well, in order to hit those goals, you have to first break this down for you guys on how to earn $10,000 in your first month in business. Taking some notes right now, I want you to write at the top 10K fast start and then underline it, circle it, draw a star next to it, whatever you got to do to lock this in, okay? So who am I? Just real quick, I've been in solar for the past like 5.5 years. I started when I was 23 years old. I had a full-time job at that point, and I literally had zero solar experience. So just like you guys are talking to people that are already employed, right, that have jobs, that don't have any solar experience when they start, that's exactly how I was. So starting this, and when I first got started, all I did is I shadowed one of my buddies who was already doing solar, and he closed a few deals over the weekend, and then I liked it so much, just like you guys, I called my boss Monday of my previous position, I quit my job, and I actually sold my first account on that Wednesday. So what I did is I just took massive immediate action. And that's what we want to allow you guys to have the opportunity to do with everything that we've put together here, so that you guys can take this and run as fast as humanly possible, so that you can make as much money as humanly possible, so you can change your bank account, your life, your career, etc. So I actually ended up doing around 9 deals my first month in business. And that was just working a few hours every single day consistently and just following the exact footsteps of somebody who had already done this. And that guy for me was another solar pro. So all I did was I just watched and listened and took notes, and I'm able to do exactly what they did. And that's what you guys now have the opportunity to do. So what do we want to do with $10,000? Well, we got to set this as a goal. And then what we want to figure out is, well, why is that a good goal? So we set it and we work it backwards. Right? $10,000 worth of commissions in 1 month. Well, why is this a good goal? What does it lead to? Well, it's a string of deals, which we like to call momentum, right? As soon as you get one appointment booked, right, that leads it to be easier to get the second appointment booked, the second bill, right? And then you get one closed, makes it that much easier to get the second one, the third one, etc., right? So it starts this train of momentum. And then we need to know, well, how many homeowners do we actually need to help go solar to hit that goal? Okay, well, how many homeowners? Well, how many bills and appointments do we also need to get? Like, what does that look like? Well, us, we have data, right? We know that out of X amount of appointments, X amount of bills entered into the system, we're able to literally numbers of how many deals will actually close. So I'm going to share that number breakdown with you right now. So if y'all are taking notes, this is it, okay? This is the slide, okay? This is what we want to remember, okay? So here is the breakdown. 4 systems installed. Write down 4, circle it, put it first month goal, 4 systems installed, okay? And here's why. So your first 3 deals as a solar apprentice are going to be a 50-50 split with a solar pro, right? Everybody already knows that. Now, the average commission out of all 17 states at this time, we're now in 19 states. Out of all 19 states, it's about $4,500, right? Well, we're going conservative. I mean, I know that we've had a couple deals. Mr. McCright had some that were $9,000, $10,000. I know I've helped a few people this week. The total commissions is like $15,000 to $20,000, but we like to play conservative numbers here, y'all, okay? So we're going to go with $4,500 as an average commission of all the states. We divide that by 2, right? So half of that commission would be $2,250. So your first 3 deals as a solar apprentice, 50-50 split, would be $2,250 times 3. That equals $6,750, okay? And then once you do your 3 splits, then you get promoted to a solar consultant, right? And then at that time, you can close the deals on your own. And taking what you've learned from the solar pros and implementing it yourself, you should be at that point. So 1 solo deal as a solar consultant will be another $4,500 at a minimum, right? We're conservative with these numbers, y'all. So here we go. $2,250 times 3 equals $6,750 plus an additional $4,500 average for your solo deal equals right around $11,250. Now, let's go on the high side. Let's say that you get 4 deals closed and maybe like a couple Floridas, couple Texas, couple Californias where the commissions are pretty big, right? You could have a $6,000 or $7,000 commission for each one of those. And then you're looking at like $21,000, $24,000, $25,000 your first month in business. Y'all, these numbers are so for real, it's crazy. So the reason I want us to do 4 is because the first 4 is your most crucial. If you can get the 4 done, then you can do the next 4 after that, and then it becomes easy, okay? So how many appointments or bills, right, do we actually need to get those 4? Well, let's work the numbers, right? Let's refer to our data. History shows that with warm leads, right, people that we know, like, and trust, versus cold leads, like knocking on doors, talking to people that we don't know or we've never met, 1 out of every 5 will actually sign up at a minimum. And it's funny, we actually went over this the other day as the Solar Pros, and it's almost the exact same thing with warm or cold. But that's just the law of averages, okay? We've had one girl, Emily Hart, which y'all know, shout out Emily, she set up, I think, 4 deals one week, or five appointments. 4 of those closed. And all 4 are getting installed this month. So Emily Hart, congratulations to you. You've actually earned, I think, right around your first 10K this month. So hats off to you. But the reason I say that is 1 out of every 5 will sign up at a minimum. Okay, this is just at a minimum. So if you're taking notes, it's 1 out of every 5 at a minimum. It could be different. It could be 2 out of 5, 3 out of 5, etc. But if we know that we want 4 installs, well, we should be shooting for around 20 bills or appointments in a month, right? So 5 electric bills a week times 4 weeks in a month equals $10,000. Numbers that I want you guys to shoot for, just right off the bat, right? Like if you haven't made a list, if you haven't called it, haven't started, or if you're just getting started, or if you've already been doing this for a little while and you need to reset your goals, this is what you should write down at the top of the paper so that you know what you can work towards, okay? So where do we start? Well, Jim Rohn, if y'all have ever done any sort of personal development courses, classes, or videos, Jim Rohn is fantastic. He actually taught. Thomas actually refers to him as well. But even if you are new in sales, he says, you can make up in numbers what you guys lack in skills. So remember, you don't have to have it all figured out, right? You're going to work with the Solar Pros like myself, Cullen, Mr. Nordine, Justin Owens, Mr. Madison Sewell, who are all seasoned veterans. And the cool part is you guys can make up what you lack in skills and numbers, right? So just work the numbers. Well, what does that work actually look like, Stephen? Like, what do I need to actually do? Well, the first thing we need to do is we need to make a list, right? You make a list. How many people? Well, we want to start with about 50 plus people, okay? And before you say, whoa, man, I don't know 50 plus people, I got news for you. Yes, you do. Open up your contacts list on your phone, and I'm sure you've probably got a couple hundred, if not a couple thousand people in that contact list. On Facebook, how many friends do you have? On Instagram, how many followers or people are you following, right? If we add all those numbers up, you know a lot of people, a lot more people than you probably realized. So what we want to do is we want to start first with the list of our starting lineup, okay? So that's going to be 5 to 10 people closest to you. Immediate family, cousins, relatives, your aunt, your uncle, your brother, your sister, you know, all those people that you consider your super close family, right? Now, our second string, we want to make another list right under that, right, of our 10 to 15 people who are not necessarily blood related, but feel like family. Like your day ones, your best friends, your ride or dies. You know, who do you call at 3 a.m. in the morning when your car is broken down on the side of the road? And you need a lift, you need them to come help you with, replace the tire or whatever it might be, because they're always going to be willing to help you out, right? Now, our string of people is people that you see often, people you see all the time, from work, old sports teams, right, church friends, neighbors, salon, right? You're getting your hair done for 3, 4 hours, 5 hours at a time. That's a lot of time to be in one place. Open up the conversation and make a list of those people so that you can touch base with them. Right? Your gyms, where if you sit in the sauna, like myself, I know I'm a sauna guy. So I talk to people in the sauna, right? That's comfortable for me. So people that you also spend money with regularly, etc. So just real quick, I know that some people have already done this. If you've already made a list, please drop some 5s in the chat. Some 5s in the chat if you've already made a list, right? And I want to thank you for setting the example for those who might need some help. So for everybody else, who feels like they can make a list, right? It would probably take you 10 to 15 minutes. If you feel like you can make a list today, right? I want you to put some 1s in the chat. Put some 1s in the chat if you feel like you can make a list today. There we go. There we go. They're coming through. They're coming through. So, y'all, what's the next step? Well, you actually have to do the work. So you need to pick up the phone and share your story. Well, how many times? As many times as it takes for you to get 20 bills. So what do you say? Well, you need to say, hey, can you help me out, right? And a lot of people think, oh, I don't want to do it, or oh, I'm scared, whatever. Everybody wants to be a beast until it's time to do what beasts do, Dr. Eric Thomas, okay? So what we know is that it takes effort, right? All these bills aren't going to collect themselves. The phone isn't going to call itself, right? We have to pick that up, and we have to take the action, okay? So what else can you do? Well, you can share your story everywhere. You can be a walking billboard for Harbor Solar, right? When you're talking to people out and about at the grocery store, right, you can say, hey, how much do you know about solar? Oh, what do you do? And then they ask you about, what do you do, right? So get the conversation started. And then obviously, like just Mr. Vince just went over, social media posts. Post a meme every other day, a video of you giving an informational about solar, right? Mr. Justin Owens is giving us millionaire mindset calls on how to run social media. And I don't know if you've seen his social media, but he's got a few followers. So Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Snapchat, TikTok, etc. All of those are great outlets for you to share your story, right? So do what 98% of others won't, so you can have what 98% of others don't. And I'll finish with this because I know we're running close on time here, y'all. The next question we have to ask ourselves is, what's your why? Why are you doing this? Why are you here? Why do you need $10,000 your first month? Does your family need that? Is there somebody in your life that you can help out? Is there something that you have to pay off? Is there something that you want to build? Do you want to invest? Do you want to change your own life? Do you want to retire somebody? What is your why? On your paper, I want you to finish off your 10K. Right next to the top where you put 10K Fast Start, I want you to write that why. Condense it, figure out what that is, and don't forget it. Every single time you pick up the phone and you're doubting yourself. What's your why? Why are you here? And y'all, let's take this and let's go 10K a month, 50K a month, 100K a month, $1 million a year, and let's make 2024 your best year ever. This is incredible, y'all. I'm so excited. I'm so thankful to be here with you guys. I'm so grateful for this opportunity to pour into you guys. Hearing myself say it makes me fired up. I don't know about you guys, but I'm so blessed to be here. I thank you, Vince. Thank you, Mr. Justin Owens, Eric Thomas, Nordine, Mr. McCray, Katie Owen, Mr. Everybody. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to help you guys. I will be here running appointments with everybody who needs help, along with our Solar Pros. Y'all reach out to us. We are very accessible, and we are happy to help you grow. Thank you guys so much. And I think it's back to Mr. Vince Murphy.
Man, that was awesome, man. Wow. Y'all give it up. It's on fire. That's what I'm talking about, man. That got me ready to sign up all over again. Gotta tell you, that was awesome.